Greed used to be a deadly sin. Now it's a business model, a lifestyle, a TED Talk. At some point, wealth stopped being a means and became a personality. And in this economy, that's a red flag with a yacht. Today, we investigate greed, how it spreads, who profits, and why the world keeps mistaking it for genius. Let's be clear. Greed is not an accident. It's the software running in the background of capitalism, designed to reward those who hoard the most, then blame the rest for not hoarding harder. It's like Monopoly, except one guy starts with Boardwalk, the deeds to your house, and a lobbyist in the thimble. Meet the holy trinity of terminal greed. Jeff Bezos. Net worth, $236 billion. That's billion with a B, like broke your back in a warehouse and got a 3% raise. Jeff went to space for fun. He came back to Earth just in time to learn an Amazon warehouse collapsed during a tornado. 6 workers died. Amazon told employees they'd be fired if they left early. But hey, free prime shipping. Elon Musk, worth over $400 billion. That's enough to solve world hunger several times, if he wasn't too busy tweeting memes at 2 a.m. and building tunnels no one asked for. He calls himself self-made, which is true. If you ignore the emerald mine, the apartheid-era wealth, and the fact that his safety net had a trust fund. Elon is proof you can be rich, smart, and still somehow the worst person in every group chat. Mark Zuckerberg. Net worth, $248 billion, or the GDP of 134 countries, plus Farmville. Zuck helped destabilize entire nations from a beanbag chair, and then spent $40 billion making avatars that float like ghosts in a Sims graveyard. You can't buy a personality, but for $250 million, you can buy a doomsday bunker in Hawaii and wait for society to collapse. These men aren't outliers. They are what the system is designed to create. And when asked why others don't succeed like them, they smile and say, "I worked hard." So did a nurse. So did a teacher. So did the guy who cleaned the Bezos rocket after launch. Let's talk about what this kind of greed costs and how you've been paying for it. Not in theory, in groceries, in rent, in hours of your life you won't get back. When wages stagnate but housing triples, that's not a glitch. When your insulin costs more than your car payment, that's not the free market. That's someone somewhere saying, "I deserve more. You deserve less." It's easy to dismiss it as abstract, numbers too big to matter. So let's put it in terms your bank account might actually recognize. There's a level of wealth where solving real problems becomes boring. So instead, let's imagine a world where every raccoon lives better than you, because someone out there could make that happen. Just for fun. Imagine a world where vermin live in luxury, and you're still rationing toothpaste. Jeff Bezos could personally fund paid sick leave for every Amazon worker for 10 years. Instead of hazard pay, he bought a yacht so tall they dismantled a bridge for it. Some say it was excessive. Others say he needed a better view of the workers below. During the pandemic, billionaires gained over $1.6 trillion in wealth. That's like finding a golden sandwich during a famine and licking it in front of everyone. They called it a boom. You called it eviction. Greed isn't always wearing a suit. Sometimes it's oiled up and crawling out of a pleather couch. Behold, late-stage capitalism in its final form. Sweaty, shameless, unkillable.
Introducing Trickle Down, the bold new scent from the people who brought you austerity, with notes of tax breaks, wage stagnation, and the faint hope that maybe, someday, a crumb will fall. Trickle down, it doesn't work, but it smells like it might. Available exclusively to the top 1%.
While billionaires play with spaceships, you get rent hikes, surprise medical bills, fun employment, and a monthly email from your bank reminding you could be investing. In what, exactly? Hope? The system's message is clear. If you're not winning, you're lazy. If you're poor, it's your fault. And if you question any of it, well, maybe you just need to manifest harder. This isn't just about excess. It's about erosion of trust, of dignity, of reality. If you made $100,000 a day, every day, since the birth of Christ, you'd still have less money than Elon Musk. That's 730,000 consecutive days of perfection. No sick days, no recessions, no canceled shifts. Just you and your six-figure grind, while Elon plays pretend on X.com. Meanwhile, your job thinks offering cold pizza during overtime is culture.
Introducing Wealth Plus, a revolutionary platform that lets you hoard empathy, monetize eye contact, and convert compassion into credit. Now featuring emotional surge pricing. Why give when you can charge for the experience? Wealth Plus, because sharing is for amateurs.
The system isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. Concentrate wealth, blame the poor, repeat. But systems can be redesigned, and greed, while powerful, is not invincible. Some folks never stopped yelling. Bernie Sanders, a man powered entirely by indignation and oatmeal, still demanding billionaires pay their taxes, still allergic to yachts. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, sharp as a tack, with the receipts to match. She once took down a pharmaceutical CEO using math on camera, while being interrupted by 7 dudes. Noam Chomsky, the human equivalent of a 400-page footnote, speaks calmly, like he's explaining the apocalypse to a houseplant, which is, honestly, the right tone. Greed can't be shamed. It doesn't blush, it doesn't flinch, but it does retreat when enough people show up. Every time someone organizes a union in a warehouse, every time someone refuses to tiptoe around power, every time someone says, "No, I'm not grateful for crumbs," greed gets a little more scared. Real wealth isn't how many zeros you can collect. It's whether your neighbor eats, whether your kid sees a future, whether the world you leave behind is livable or just monetized. Greed built this machine, but you keep it running. You feed it, work in it, suffer for it, which means you can also break it. And if some billionaire tries to guilt you for wanting health care, clean water, or a day off, just remember what the great philosopher Frank Reynolds once said, "I'm gonna get real weird with it." And if any billionaires are watching this, you have the power to fix things. History remembers the greedy, but it honors the generous.